International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, a civic organization, has condemned the incessant attacks by armed herdsmen on Enugu state communities, while the Nigerian security agencies look the other way. The group, in a statement issued on Thursday titled Enugu Under Siege by Jihadist Herdsmen as Army's Operation Golden Dawn Goes Deaf and Dumb, called on the governors of the old eastern region to go for 60% security chiefs from the east and immediate ensure transfer of no fewer than 20 senior military and police commanders of Muslim extraction and other disproportionately deployed senior officers of non-eastern origin. Intersociety, in the statement signed by its principal officers Emeka Emegbulasi, Obianoju Joy, Igboeli, Chidinma Udegbunam, insisted that the 11 governors of Edo, Delta, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Abia, River, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and Bayelsa must urgently ensure ethno-religious de-radicalization of the safety and security of the East in the East, and giving the Eastern population a true sense of belonging, including security and safety with local contents. According to the group, the principal officers of the Nigerian Army responsible for the Army's touted Operation Golden Dawn in the southeast part of eastern Nigeria have become totally deaf and dumb as Enugu goes up in flames ignited by jihadist Fulani herdsmen. As a matter of fact, Enugu state is no longer in the hands of God. Okay, the state, especially communities surrounding the state's ancient capital city, have come under heavy and unchecked jihadist invasions by the jihadist Fulani herdsmen. The invasions of the capital of eastern Nigeria, also the Christian capital of the east, are coming few months after it was trended and widely streamed in the social media by some locals that they saw a strange security helicopter dropping weapons of death to a group of persons with unknown tribal identities, an allegation controversially dismissed by security and political establishments in the state. However, by available pieces of investigation intelligence, jihadist Fulani herdsmen have since 10th of November 2020, or in the past 2 weeks, invaded various parts of the state and ignited flames, fierce panics, blood and tears among the helpless Enugu communities and their defenseless rural dwellers, leading to unspecified number of deaths and injuries. This is to the extent that several key and heavily monitored interstate and federal roads and commercial or communal bypasses have been no-go area and death trap. For 2 weeks, the four corner parts of Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway, Ngwogu, Nike, Okpi, Nsukka part of Enugu, Nsukka part of Old Enugu Onitsha Road, and Eke Ezeagu Axis, among others, have become under severe invasions and attacks by jihadist Fulani herdsmen. Several communities in Ezeagu, Udu, Kamnu West, Nkanu East, Nkpanu area, and Aniri, Uzowani, Isiozo, Ugbeeze, and the rest of them, among others, have been invaded and attacked or come under serious threats of invasions and attack by jihadist Fulani herdsmen, thereby thrown them into nightmare. The group added, in the past 2 weeks, under the reference, over 20 or as much as 30 defenseless passengers have been abducted with scores, shots, and critically injured, if not killed. On Thursday, 15th November 2022, at least 3 persons who are indigenous and friends of Nsude in Udi were abducted by jihadist Fulani herdsmen dressed in military camouflage and armed with automatic rifles. The jihadist abductors also covered their faces with Arabic textiles as 3 days ago, 21st of November 2022, the abducted victims have not been freed and their friend car owner is still on admission at a private hospital in Onitsha over gunshot wounds sustained by sustained while trying to escape with his car. Okay. This is to the extent that since Monday, the 21st of November, defenseless locals, 20 to 25 defenseless locals, all Christians, have been slaughtered and several dwelling houses burned down or destroyed. Many of those communities under threats of invasion and attack have been sleeping with one eye closed, while several others, especially young women of non-menopausal age brackets, have fled to avoid being raped to death or have their womanhood defied or abused. The slain and the main victim of the jihadist attacks include aging women and children. The invasions attacks, killings, human persons, degradation and property destruction in the affected communities have been perpetrated by the jihadists with little or no counter responses from army and police except in minutest case by local vigilantes. Inter-society lamented that soldiers of the Nigerian army and various police track squads have disappeared to only God knows where, and their conjectured public statements and press conferences on Biafra matters gone silent and dead as expected. Same is the case with Ugogo, Nikeokwe, Nsukka Road. Inter-society had several times investigated and found that the military and other security forces and their principal officers deployed in the east, particularly the southeast, are aiding and abetting the genocidal activities of the jihadist Fulani Herdsmen in the east, including their jihadist incursions into the region's forests, bushes and farmland. It is no longer new to observe that the only operational mandate of the deployed security forces and their commanders in the east is to murderously go after those involved in Biafra matters, including the unarmed and the uninvolved. A former army chief of northern Muslim extractions had in 2021 charged soldiers to take war to southeast villages and communities where soldiers are attacked or killed. Since then, hell has been let loose on defenseless easterners and southeasterners and their properties, while same military run turn total blind eyes on genocidal activities of the jihadist Fulani Herdsmen in the east, cuddling and breastfeeding them. And so we see them.